Imagine a world where the digital landscape shifts so rapidly that staying on top feels like an impossible feat. Yet, in the middle of this chaotic, fast-paced industry, one name has consistently managed to defy the odds, shatter expectations, and rewrite the history books of K-pop. We are witnessing a moment so monumental, so unprecedented, that it has sent the entire internet into a state of absolute frenzy. The numbers are in, the data is verified, and the crown has a new, undisputed owner. This is not just about a milestone. It is about a global takeover that no one saw coming at this speed. Stay right where you are, because what we are about to break down is a record-breaking journey that has left both industry experts and rival fandoms in complete awe. The era of the fourth generation has reached a fever pitch, and at the center of this storm is a single individual who has turned the impossible into a breathtaking reality. The digital heartbeat of the Hallyu wave has never pulsed stronger than it does right now. As social media platforms become the ultimate battlefield for influence and brand power, the race for followers has become the definitive metric of a star's global reach. For a long time, the upper echelons of these rankings were dominated by the legendary giants of the third generation, stars who had years to cultivate their massive international presence. But today, the hierarchy has been permanently disrupted. A new king has ascended, achieving a feat that was once thought to be years away for any artist from his era. The sheer velocity of this growth is staggering, leaving us to wonder how one person can command such immense devotion from every corner of the globe in such a short span of time. This is the story of a meteoric rise that is redefining what it means to be a global icon in 2026. Let us take a step back and look at the timeline, because the numbers tell a story of pure, unadulterated dominance. It has been exactly 2 years, 7 months, and 8 days since the world was given a direct window into his life through a personal Instagram account. In the world of social media, that is a mere blink of an eye. Most creators spend decades trying to reach even a fraction of this influence, yet here he is, standing alone at the summit. With 28 million followers now etched into his profile, Felix has officially become the fastest and only fourth-generation idol to reach this staggering milestone. But the records do not stop there. He has also claimed the title of the fastest JYP solo artist to ever hit this mark, effectively outstripping some of the biggest names in the history of the company. It is a statistical anomaly that highlights a level of star power that is truly once in a generation. When the notification hit and the counter flipped to 28 million, the digital world practically imploded. Within seconds, hashtags started trending globally. X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, was a sea of blue hearts and celebratory edits. The Stay Fandom, known for their legendary organization and passion, did not just celebrate, they took over the internet. You could not scroll through a single feed without seeing that iconic profile picture or screenshots of the 28M mark. Netizens were quick to point out that this is not just a win for a single artist, but a massive statement for the entire fourth generation. For the longest time, critics argued that the newer groups lacked the individual brand recognition of their predecessors, but Felix just handed them 28 million reasons why that narrative is officially dead and buried. What is the secret sauce behind this explosive growth? If you ask any fan, they will tell you it is the duality that feels almost supernatural. On one hand, you have the high-fashion, ethereal visual king who graces the front rows of Paris Fashion Week, looking like he stepped out of a high-fantasy novel. On the other hand, you have the warm, baking-obsessed individual who sends sweet messages to fans and treats his members like family. This relatability, mixed with an unattainable level of glamour, creates a magnetic pull that transcends language barriers. Whether you are in Seoul, New York, Jakarta, or Paris, the appeal of Felix is universal. He is not just a singer or a dancer. He has become a lifestyle, a vibe, and a beacon of positivity for millions of young people navigating the complexities of modern life. The reaction from the Korean netizens, or Knets, has been equally fascinating to watch. On popular community boards like Pan and Nate, the threads are buzzing with admiration. Many are calling him the pride of the industry, noting how his international influence is bringing a massive amount of earned media value to the brands he represents. When he appears at an event for a luxury house like Louis Vuitton, the engagement rates are astronomical. It is not just about the followers, it is about the active participation of those followers. Every post he makes is a cultural event. Every story he shares is analyzed for hints of new music or fashion collaborations. The industry is watching him not just as an idol, but as a powerhouse marketing force that can shift global trends with a single upload. But let us talk about the journey to this 28 million. It was not always a smooth ride to the top. When the personal accounts were first opened, there was a lot of speculation about who would lead the pack. There were many strong contenders, each with their own massive fan bases. However, Felix's growth trajectory was different. It was consistent, steep, and seemingly immune to the usual plateaus. Even during periods between official group comebacks, his follower count continued to surge. This indicates a level of organic interest that goes beyond just music. He has become a fashion icon, a visual inspiration for artists, and a personality that people want to keep up with daily. He transitioned from being a member of a popular group to being a global solo brand in his own right, all while maintaining the deepest loyalty to his team. The humor in the fandom during this milestone has been top tier as well. Memes of Felix being the fastest man alive, not in a sprint, but in a follower count, have been circulating everywhere. Fans are joking that at this rate, he will have more followers than there are people on some continents by next year. There is a sense of collective pride that feels almost like a family achievement. When an idol reaches this level of success, it validates the hours fans spend streaming, voting, and trending hashtags. It is a symbiotic relationship where the idol's success is the fans' reward. The term alt bias has never felt more appropriate. For millions, he is the ultimate example of why they fell in love with K-pop in the first place. The talent, the hard work, and the genuine connection with the audience. Looking at the broader picture, this milestone sets a new benchmark for every artist coming after him. The record of reaching 28 million in 2 years, 7 months, and 8 days is a high bar that will likely stand for a very long time. It serves as a case study for how to build a global brand in the modern age. It is not just about posting photos, it is about storytelling. His Instagram feed is a curated journey through his life, from the high-octane energy of a world tour to the quiet, aesthetic moments of a day off. It feels personal, even when it is professional. This transparency is what builds the kind of trust that leads to 28 million people clicking that follow button and staying for the long haul. As we look toward the future, the implications of this record are massive. We are seeing a shift where the power is moving more and more toward individual brand identities within groups. This allows for a much longer career longevity and opens doors for solo projects that can coexist with group activities. For JYPE, having an artist with this much individual pulling power is a goldmine. It positions the company as a leader in the global fashion and lifestyle sectors, not just music. Every time Felix hits a new milestone, the stock of the entire industry seems to rise just a little bit higher. He is the vanguard of a new era of entertainment, where the lines between idol, influencer, and icon are completely blurred. The emotional weight of this achievement cannot be understated. For a kid who moved across the world to pursue a dream, facing language barriers and the intense pressure of the trainee system, standing here today as the king of fourth-generation social media must feel surreal. It is the classic underdog story turned into a global epic. Fans often reference his journey during survival shows, reminding everyone of how hard he worked to earn his spot. This context makes the 28 million followers feel less like a dry statistic and more like a victory lap for someone who truly deserves it. The deep, gravelly voice that first caught the world's attention has now been joined by a visual and digital presence that is loud enough to be heard across every time zone. So what comes next? With the speed he is moving at, 30 million is not just a possibility. It is an inevitability that might happen sooner than anyone expects. We are looking at an artist who is currently in his prime, with a group that is headlining major global festivals and a solo reputation that is attracting the biggest luxury brands in the world. The sky is not the limit. It is just the starting point. Will we see a solo album soon? Will there be more global ambassadorships? The anticipation is part of the magic. Every time we think we have seen the peak of his influence, he finds a way to climb even higher. As we wrap up this deep dive into one of the most significant digital milestones in recent K-pop history, we have to acknowledge the power of the community. This record belongs to Felix, but it was fueled by the tireless energy of millions of fans who believe in him. It is a testament to the fact that in the world of modern pop culture, the fans and the artist are an unstoppable force when they move in sync. The 28 million followers are 28 million individual stories of people who found joy, inspiration, or comfort in his work. That is the true weight of the number. Before we go, we want to hear from you. This milestone has sparked so much discussion across all platforms, and we want to bring that conversation here. How did you react when you saw the follower count hit 28 million? Do you remember the first time you decided to follow him? And more importantly, what do you think is the next major record he's going to break? Is it 30 million followers, a major fashion collaboration, or perhaps a solo musical project that will shake the charts? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let us start a discussion. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the record-breaking world of Felix and the fourth generation, make sure to give this video a like. It really helps us keep bringing you the most in-depth and emotional stories from the world of entertainment. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment of the action. The Hallyu wave is moving faster than ever, and you definitely want to be here when the next big record falls. Thank you for being part of this journey with us, and we will see you in the next one.